2024 was the worst year in my hair journey, and honestly, it was my fault. I had so much breakage that you could see the short pieces of hair sticking up from my scalp. My split ends were so bad that my comb could barely pass through them. And the single strand knots were so frequent that it would take me 2 to 3 hours to detangle my hair alone. And it wasn't until I realized, yo, my hair hasn't grown in like an entire year. So I decided to completely throw away my old routine and start from scratch. So if you feel like your hair hates you, wash day sucks, and you want to know how to fix it, I'm going to share the mistakes I was making that was ruining my hair and the exact plan I'm using starting today to fix it. But first, we got to ask the $1,000,000 question: what went wrong? How does someone who literally teaches other guys how to grow their hair get stuck? It all boils down to 2 factors. Number 1, my routine became centered around laziness, not hair health. When I first started growing out my hair, I was doing all of the works. I was making sure that I was doing protein treatments for my high porosity hair. I was making sure to pay attention to my scalp. I was doing protective styles with the intention of preserving length. But recently, I've been focusing on doing a lot of curly hair routines, a lot of wash and goes, and I would focus on getting products that would last. It would make the style last a long time, 1 to 2 weeks, but they weren't actually the best for my hair. They weren't super moisturizing. I wasn't paying attention to my hair. I wasn't moisturizing my scalp or anything like that. And my night routine was so abysmally, yes, that's a word. Comment down below if that's a word. It was so simple, it was basically nothing. And the second thing destroying my hair is actually something I tell you guys to do all the time: getting braids. But Tarek, you always tell us to get braids. Have you been lying to us the whole time? Have you been a scammer? Are you a fraud? I've learned that there's one thing that separates a style that promotes length retention from one that does the complete opposite. It is the difference maker when it comes to growth, and that is tension. I went to a lot of different braiders last year, and some of them were really good at giving me the style that I wanted, whether it was cornrows or twists. But a common theme that I noticed from basically all of them, the styles were too damn tight. Not to mention the force that some of these braiders were using to comb through my hair literally left me with so much breakage that recently I went to go get a hair trim, and she told me, your hair is not thinning, it's just a bunch of broken pieces. How the hell do we fix this? The breakage is there. There is no reversing that. Am I gonna restart? No, absolutely not. There are 4 main parts of my routine that I'm aiming to change and fix. The first is detangling. I know a lot of us struggle with this, but I'll tell you what I was doing before. I would hop in the shower, apply water to my hair for a good, 5 minutes. Then I would section off my hair, go in with a deep conditioner, and then I just detangle piece by piece, and then I would shampoo. My deep conditioner did have a lot of slip, but I'd realized by the time I get into the shower, it was done too late. I would typically separate my hair into 4 sections, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then I would just start working through it. And that would typically take me about an hour, but it was clear to me from the single strand knots I was getting, the frustration I was experiencing, that this was not cutting it. And that was until I found a solution. So recently I tried out flaxseed gel. It was very easy to do. You literally just need organic flax seeds and water, and it creates this really nice gel-ish consistency. It has a bunch of slip, and it made detangling my hair a breeze. I will definitely put out a tutorial for you guys. I have recently switched to detangling with a pre-poo. I use that flaxseed gel as a pre-poo treatment for my hair instead of just going straight into the shower. It has changed my life. I've only done it like twice, but it is so cost effective and so easy that it has made my life just so much easier. So that's how my detangling process is looking now. And I'm also playing around with sectioning my hair into 6 sections instead of 4. And also, I also used to detangle my hair with just a wide tooth comb and a pick. Right now, I'm focusing on using my fingers and a actual detangler brush. The next part that we're fixing is the getting braids portion, because I've been struggling with a lot of these braiders for a time. Now, here's my issue. Braiding or getting someone to braid your hair has become very expensive where I'm around, and I'm not used to paying that much for braids. I used to get my hair braided by a few friends for like 40 bucks, which was good. I like staying within that range, but I realized that if you try and stay within that range, or if you try to optimize on price, you try to get the price as low as possible, the quality, that's the first to suffer. A lot of y'all just focus on how the braids look. You need to find a braider, and I'm trying to focus on doing this too. You need to have a braider that not only cares about how the style looks in the end, but cares about your hair. I'm gonna tell you a horror story. Recently, I went back home to the Bahamas, and my mom suggested somebody. My mother became my own aunt. She said, oh, I know somebody who will twist your hair for you, and she'll do it for a nice price. I say, beautiful. That's perfect. It's wonderful. Let's get the contact information. This was around Christmas time. I went there. I would never step foot into that salon again. It was just the way she detangled my hair, bro. She didn't put nothing in my hair. She just took the comb I could see the chunks of my hair coming out and I wanted to cry. But what I was gonna do, I was in a chair. I was in the chair already. It's like when you get a bad haircut, you can't do nothing but sit there and take it. I went off on a rant, but here's the change that we're making. I'm committing to putting up more bread for someone who actually takes care of my hair. Now, recently I went and got my hair trimmed. I needed to get rid of those split ends. I hadn't got my hair trimmed in like a year. And the lady that I went to, she was very nice and very gentle with my hair. Now, she is also way more expensive than the people I used to go to. But I'm realizing now that if I want my hair to flourish, I need somebody who actually takes care of my hair when they're doing the style, not just trying to rip straight through my head, not just trying to get to the next point. The next portion of that we're changing is actually keeping in those hairstyles for a long time. And a portion of that is low tension. I'm also focusing on low tension styles. I think I'll focus more on stuff like 2-strand twists, or maybe even those like little box braid ones, but focusing on those low tension styles and keeping them in for long. I often tell you guys to keep your braids in for 3 to 4 weeks. I think I'm gonna try and stretch that, bro. 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, maybe 2 months. Third thing I'm changing is maximizing moisture. I tell you guys to use the LOC/LCO method to moisturize your hair. If you don't know what that is, it's simply a layered moisturizing process where you're going with a liquid oil cream or liquid cream oil. You're just layering the products on your hair so it stays softer for longer. I am making this an absolute priority. So I only used to moisturize my hair on wash days, and I don't even think that's bad. If you're washing your hair once a week, sure. But now I'm gonna spray my hair with water every day, every 2 days if I have to. Spray leave-in conditioner. I'm making sure that my hair is moisturized, especially when it comes to braids. I know a lot of people don't like to spray their twist. They don't want to get their twist wet because they don't want the shrinkage. I'm having all the shrinkage now, bro. We focus. I don't care about the shrinkage. I don't care about the frizz. I need that hair to be moisturized 24/7. Just another point on how my routine actually was before I made this decision. A lot of the time I was just using a leave-in conditioner and going in with a gel, and that was fine for me. That would get me at least a good 5 days when it came to my hair, especially if I styled it, and it still looked good. It wouldn't feel completely dry. But the products, we need to talk about the moisturizing products. I get a lot of sponsorships. I work with a lot of different brands, so a lot of the time I'm using products that were just in my area. I have not been intentional when it came to the moisture of my hair. I've been more focused on the styling products instead of the moisturizing products. So I found a few that I really like, and I'll tell you right now, one of them is from EcoSlay. EcoSlay is not EcoStyler, EcoSlay, and I really like their leave-in conditioner. I think it's like it's a rice something. I really like that one. I even like the gel as well. At this point, bro, being cheap is only gonna hurt me. So I'm gonna focus on putting the bread to actually get the routine that I love, that my hair loves. Before we get into the next one, if you're growing out your hair for a while and you need a little bit of extra help, don't worry, I got you. There is a free hair routine down below in the description that you can go get, download, and start applying today. If that sounds interesting, go down in the description, go and download it. It's completely free. The fourth thing that I'm changing is my scalp routine. Hair starts from the scalp. A lot of us like to think that the hair is growing from here. It's not. It's growing from your head. I am dialing in when it comes to my scalp care. I've been seeing a lot of videos on TikTok recently where they are promoting scalp massages and like scalp massaging your head for like 2 hours at a time, getting one of those little machines. I think I might invest in one of those. But not only will I be focusing on the massaging, a lot of people just apply oil to the scalp. I'm gonna make sure that I'm damping my scalp. You don't want to just use the oil, because even though the oil has a bunch of benefits, you don't want to just use that. You want to make sure that your scalp isn't dry. I'm making sure the scalp is moisturized, and I'll be doing those scalp massages, and that it's clean. You also got to make sure that your scalp is clean. There's been too many times where I've gone to protective style and I don't wash my scalp for weeks, and then all you see is flaking. You're oiling your scalp during the time, but some of that oil just kind of mixes in with the dry skin and it creates those big yellowish flakes or dandruff. So I'm locking in when it comes to that. Scalp massaging and keeping that scalp moisturized, because that's where hair growth starts in the first place. Okay, let's put all of this together. We have the different components. We have what we fixed. What is the plan from now until I feel like my hair is fixed? Let's start with wash day 1. First thing we got to start with is we're doing the pre-poo treatment with the flax, and we're using that to detangle. I'm gonna plan to section my hair into at least 6 sections. I think that's a good benchmark. So we're using that to detangle first. We're putting that up with clips or 2-strand twists before we even get in the shower. Then we can use our whole deep conditioning and shampoo our hair as normal. Now we've got that done. Next thing we're gonna do is get a protective style. I'm going to a new braider, someone who is gentle with my hair, someone who understands my hair health and its needs, and we're getting a low tension protective style. Probably something of 2-strand twists or the box braids. Once we have that, we're gonna make sure that we are oiling our scalp every 2 to 3 days throughout the week. Throughout that time, we're gonna make sure that we're moisturizing our hair. I'm not afraid of shrinkage anymore, but I'm committing to it. So we're making sure that we're spraying our hair with water or moisturizing it either every day or every other day. I'm not playing around when it comes to this. The leave-in conditioner on the twist. Washing my scalp probably like maybe every 2 weeks, even with the protective style in. But making sure my scalp is clean, making sure that it's moisturized, making sure that I'm getting those scalp massages in there. And after we've kept that protective style in for at least a month, we're not taking it out, aiming for 6 weeks, but at least a month. And after we take that out, we're gonna make sure that we're being very gentle, using oil on our fingertips, taking out the protective style, making sure that we're getting rid of that shed hair, finger detangling through our hair. We're gonna leave our hair out for a little bit, maybe a day or two. I might put in a flat twist. If you guys want a flat twist tutorial, I think I've gotten to a state where I could produce that for you. Then wash our hair, do it all over again. We can do this. We can achieve this. Okay, if you guys want to do this along with me, feel free. I'll make sure to give you guys updates on this plan as it starts to rise. But I've already done the main step, which is cut off the damage that I've been dreading for a really long time. So if my hair looks shorter, that's the reason. I'm really focusing on health. We're focusing on health now. We're locking in. So if your hair was crappy and your wash days sucked, join me with this and actually focusing on your hair health. If you guys want frequent updates when it comes to this new journey that I'm starting, make sure to let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this video, you're definitely gonna like this one. So I advise you check it out. That's all for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.